ETH 2.0 is launching in a couple months. In September, looks good. I want to talk about a couple other things. The first is a confusion. ETH 2.0 is not scaling, okay? I'm going to talk about what it is and talk about what ETH has going on for scaling. But first of all, ETH 2.0, couple things. When I say it's not scaling, the ETH 2.0 doesn't make the Ethereum platform go faster or handle more traffic or volume, and it in and of itself doesn't make fees go down. Doesn't do any of that. So what's the big deal? Well, let's talk about what it is, okay? It is really three things. Okay. Number one, it makes Ethereum deflationary, meaning the amount of ETH in existence. You know how people talk about Bitcoin's so great because it has a fixed supply, and 100 years from now, they're not going to print anymore. And at that point, it'll be fixed. Right now, Bitcoin is printing of whatever it is, I think around 2% a year. More Bitcoins are being printed, and that amount keeps decreasing. Great. Ethereum already is printing fewer new ETH tokens than Bitcoin. But when ETH 2.0 launches, because it gets rid of proof of work, the Bitcoin mining, that thing of solving puzzles and using all this energy that Bitcoin does, Ethereum has that same method of processing transactions. They're getting rid of proof of work, going away and being replaced with proof of stake, where instead of making computers use a ton of energy, and that I have other videos on if you go to my channel, there's a playlist, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and I go into length about the difference of these two. But the bottom line is proof of stake uses, 99% less energy than proof of work. And they do not need to print as many tokens to pay for it. It's a lower cost system, and I believe, and I know it's a debated topic and we'll see in the future, but I think it makes Ethereum more secure than Bitcoin. Again, there's links in my playlist if you want to see about that. So that's the first thing, is it becomes ETH will actually, it looks like in the near term, it gets complex. And Ethereum will effectively be like a fixed token supply, what Bitcoin dreams of, but with security, fixed supply. But for the first years, it looks like Ethereum will be deflationary, having a reducing amount of tokens. That's a big deal, right? It's better than a halvening. They're calling it a triple halvening. It's like, okay. Second thing that it brings is what I just mentioned, be moving to proof of stake. It is ESG. Yes, most of that ESG stuff is a scam, right? Chevron apparently is more is better for the environment than Tesla, according to a lot of these ESG morons. But if you care about the environment, this is better and investable and gets rid of that whole argument, which, I agree with. As much as I think a lot of these politicians are morons in what they are doing for the environment, possibly with the best of intentions and the smallest brains. But I do care about the environment, and I like that Ethereum will not be polluting because it uses a lot less energy. So it's good for the environment. And number three, it is yield bearing. If you if you stake your ETH, you can earn a risk-free reward. Now, there's risk in Ethereum itself and the token, but within the Ethereum ecosystem, assuming it continues, that's as risk-free as you can get, because the Ethereum platform itself and its security is what is creating and funding those tokens. There's sort of no counterparty. It's, if you believe in Ethereum, it's risk-free. You follow me? Okay. So this makes Ethereum more investable. I think this is attractive to, big institutional money. Now you got a $200 billion, whatever its market cap is at now, high-tech investment here that looks good. So, but it doesn't do anything for scaling. Isn't that a big problem? It is, but there's a solution for that that's not connected to ETH 2.0. Oh, before I say that, the other thing is, when is it launching? So they mentioned, September 19. Will it be exactly on that day? You can't even tell exactly by the way it works. It depends on a number of things. Now, normally I would say, hey, listen, because if they run into any problems, they're still testing, they're doing things, and they find one thing wrong. Nobody wants a mess up here. They say, you know what? We got to look into that. We're going to put it off for a couple months. Normally I would say, don't believe it until it launches. But because the mood is so, nobody believes, even we are so close, like it's been tested, it's so, like this is a pretty good date. It looks good. And even in March, I said it's probably going to be September. Okay, one of my videos there, I said that. I said it'll be September. And it's just, everything just is going perfectly. It looks like September. But literally, go, if you listen to other, YouTubers or whatever, nobody thinks this thing is coming on time. So I always react to, whenever there's a consensus, it's always a good bet to bet on the opposite. And not just because, people are always wrong. It's that if that's the mood in general, then the Ethereum community also is probably like super like, oh my God, if there's any problem, like we don't want to make a bad promise. Like I'm betting on the September. I might be wrong. I don't care. I'm not like putting a bunch of money on it, but I feel good about it. And I think this is a, as telegraphed as that is. And for those of you who, in 2014, Vitalik thought it would be ready in 1 year. But in since 2017, they've been pretty good with their predictions. It's a software company. I mean, nobody expects them to be exactly on time. But I have been very happy with their deliveries of upgrades since around 2017. Okay, so there's that. And then scaling, there's two solutions that are up and running. There's Optimistic and ZK. These are, can you still see, rollups? So there's Optimistic rollups and ZK rollups, two types. Optimistic launched like whatever now, more than a year ago. There's Optimism and Arbitrum are the two biggest. They've been up for over a year. They're up and running. There's apps there. It's, it's early days. It's not like there's a ton of volume on those chains, but and so what these are like, it's basically another chain, but it has the same security. The problem with new chains is, everything has the problem of, will it get the adoption? But it's also the security. Until something is big enough, it's hard to believe it's decentralized and secure enough. The way these Optimistic rollups is, you can trust this as good as you can trust Ethereum. It is that secure. ZK rollups, so there's the two, Optimism and Arbitrum, up and running. Fast, lots of transactions, and it also has a roadmap where it can keep getting faster and handle more and more activity. ZK rollups are supposed to be, you can't even see my word here, are supposed to be even better than Optimistic rollups for a number of reasons, and for many situations. But these are like launching now. But as we learned with the Optimistic and Arbitrum, these things, they launch, it's in a test, and it's limited, and then, but meanwhile, and then some things go over there, and it took a year after Optimism launched before I even got on the thing, right? And Arbitrum as well, but this stuff is coming. So my point is this: ETH 2.0 is a big deal. It's coming. It's great. It's not scaling. Scaling's already here. It all looks good. I'm bullish. Let's hope that all these 80-year-old politicians fuck up the economy a little more. We can get some more ETH at $1,000. Back up the truck. It is the future, at least one of the future platforms of financial software. You know, the 80-year-olds printing dollars onto software written in 1960, not going to keep up. Stay tuned. Let me know what you think. You have any questions, put it in the comments below or in the description. You can see a link to Discord for more, if you got more comments in there, or give me ideas for videos. Also a link to my Twitter. I'm on there every day. Best place to get your crypto news, if not other news. And you know, if you like it, hit that like button. And subscribe. I got a video every day. You don't want to miss it. Thank you.